Welcome back, class, to Whycalibur. I'm your guide, Bat. We're playing Mars Warlogs, hopefully almost done with it. Shadow experiments? Yeah, we just did that.
What is the shadow line site hiding?
If you'd have seen it with your own eyes, your stomach would have turned. The technomancers are using this.
Didn't we already go through this?
And put an end to the
We did this.
If you're ready.
Right, because I had to say I'm ready.
All right, I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I'd like Devotion to come with us.
You haven't developed an attachment to my faithful shadow, have you? I don't blame you. She's very effective. All right, fine. Let's go.
Well, she's not batshit insane like Mary. And
We're finally leaving Green
she's slightly easier to look at than Tenacity. Well,
excavations, of course, but especially
only slightly.
experiments demanded by the Dowser. Experiments we put a stop to. It seems he has a very personal interest in the research.
Yeah, okay.
But we're only having the last word in the story when we face him. Here, I was able to give the mutants a hand, but that's a minor point when I think of the fight that lies ahead.
No, that's a major
My
point.
dear Devotion
Mutant
is with
rights
me,
are pretty
of course,
important.
as we march on the source.
My dear
This
Devotion.
support will be invaluable to me, because I'm suspicious of Honor now that he's only one step from power. As a precaution, I'll be leaving this diary with Charity. You have to watch your back in the world of politics.
When did we get back there to Shadow Lair? We're not anywhere near it. You mean you sent it to Charity? That doesn't seem safe. Who did you send it with? Did you send it with Tenacity? I guess... Oh, right, I have Technomancer powers. That was also a pretty amazing O-face there that we just saw from Roy. You know, I could actually do this in an actual scene of fighting. But that's fine, I mean... I'm sure there's some ridiculous boss fight coming up. Oh, is Honor my companion
this
now?
This is the heart of the source. But you've already been here, haven't you?
I guess.
When I was a kid, I was confined to the Technomancer's buildings and wasn't allowed on the Dowser's floors.
I see. Well, I have to warn you that it's pretty sure we're going to encounter lots of resistance in this building. The Dowser's guards aren't choir boys.
I should hope not.
But we have to confront Wisdom with his madness. That's the only way to describe what he's done now. And we have to save Aurora.
I'm not scared of the Source guards.
I ain't afraid of
You
no
know why I'm
ghost.
here. But as for you...
You promised me you'd save innocents and protect him. You've kept your word. Now I'll do the same. I'm with you to the end.
That's the way it goes. That's the way love goes. Hey, dude. Hey, girl. How did that happen? Ow, douche. Get out of the way, guys. You guys are not as smart as me, Roy Temperance. Alright, you're done. Yeah, sorry guys, I took care of this already. We're done here. Are you impressed by me? You should be. I knew to roll away when the explosion was coming. You didn't. So you can have two partners. They just didn't want you to, for some reason. We can't have a chat? Alright, fine. No chatting for us. And these doors are all locked. Whatevs. Wonder if there's anything here to steal. Oh, my controller is buzzing. It's vibrating with joy at the thought of finishing this game. And also because, you know, Dave's just finished his bit of Knights of the Old Republic 2, so pretty much as soon as this is done, I'm going to be playing a much better game. Though we'll see. I mean, I think Dave may have totally screwed everything up. Don't tell him I said that. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna move in through here. I mean, there are some dudes fighting there, but who cares, right? Hey, girls! Shazam! Oh, did you finally notice us, Mr. Technomancer? Ow! Finish him! There you go. Now get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Oh, devotion. Someday, we'll help you figure out not to stand in an explosion. Remember when we first ran into these guys and they started exploding on us and we didn't know what was going on? Well, I didn't. I'm sure everyone else did. They were like, Matt, it's obvious what's going on here. You're such an idiot. And I was like, hey, words hurt. But you didn't care. Praetorian Guard. You guys deal with the Praetorian Guard. I'll take out the trash. Ow. That guy's got rapid fire. Who's this? This guy's some new douche? Aurora Elite Soldier. Come on, boys. Let's go. Did you guys all get killed? Did you guys get... No, you didn't die. Alright, good for you. So, new levels of enemy again. We've got the Praetorian Guard and the Aurora Elite Soldier. They're all just still giving me more junk that I really don't need at this point in the game, because there's still nothing new to make, and there hasn't been anything new to make for a long time. So, yeah. I mean, I'll go check if there's anything new to make, but I really don't think there is. This shouldn't have anything in it because it's just the stairs leading up the other side. Yep. Interesting way of opening doors there. It's like sort of a pneumatic twist. I like that. There's so many little details in this game that I like. There's just so much that doesn't work. Alright. See you later, guys. Speaking of which... how am I doing for my leveling? I'm close to leveling up. I need 500 experience to level up, and then I'll have still not enough to get Searcher. So, I don't know, I guess I'll just get Transformer. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm still optimistic. Against all odds. Anything new? Improved composite? No, still just that really dumb looking one. Yeah, so there's still nothing new to build, so why am I still getting all this crap? The electric razor is dumb. This, I mean, why would I want less damage? There's nothing new. Alright, deeper in and deeper in we go. It's a good thing I didn't bother doing any stealth stuff, because boy would I have felt dumb. Ow. Hey, boys. Well. elites are kind of badass, I guess. They're in that they've got a little bit more health. Alright, out of the way. Get out of... No, Roy! Why do you do this? Why do you suddenly stop moving? You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this away. Just don't, idiot. Like, oh, we're out of combat mode. We're not out of combat mode. This guy's not dead yet. And when he dies, he's gonna friggin' explode! It's probably just a glitch in the programming. That's what I'd assume, at least. But that's me maybe being a little charitable. I don't know. But it's like he has to stop and put his stick away. Can't you just keep fighting for 5 seconds? So that I can not get blown up by a Technomancer's death explosion? But I'm complaining too much, and I know that you hate that when I do it. So I'm going to try to stop, and we'll just enjoy the rest of the game. Well cognizant of the many flaws that it has. And we're just going to go back to, you know, fighting dudes. Dude fights. That's the name of this game now. Dude fights.
We're right next to meeting the Dowser in his madness.
Are we, though?
It's all come down to this. Listen, I'd rather you stayed out here. I need to go in with the General alone.
Do I?
Roy, I served the General for years. I spied for him. Sometimes I killed for him. I understand that you're not sure about me, but he's the one you should be careful of.
Who? The General?
Honor is a cold man. He never backs
He's
down
right
unless
there.
he can help his idea of the guild and power. Be careful.
He's literally right
I
behind
know
you.
guys like him, Devotion, but thanks for the warning.
You let my brother go. I'll never forget that, Roy. I still owe you a life.
She just disappeared? Well, whatever. It's the Dowser. I'm sorry, but your princess is in another castle.
Honor. And a Technomancer. You said you hated them. Not that it really matters. I suppose I was sure you'd end up finding out and coming here full of righteous anger.
Some
You
syntax
betrayed
errors
Aurora,
in how
its
you read
people,
that.
and its ideals. You betrayed us all, and you even betrayed yourself.
Somehow.
The
In a
people
way I'm
were
not going
everything
to
for you,
explain.
But you let the Technomancers do the unspeakable. Why? To be
Why?
cured? You're not just afflicted, Wisdom. You gave in to madness solely to save your life and your power.
Power!
You and your honor are beyond its call. The truth, my friend, is that you are like all the others. The only thing you see is the mutation, and it disgusts you. And yet, am I not a hero?
I don't know
Have
what you are.
forgotten our
Your voice is
battles
weird.
And our victories? Did you know that when I returned from Green Hope, I discovered I had patches of diseased flesh?
Yeah, I figured. I mean,
What was I to do?
it's really predictable.
At the time, I thought only of the guild. Without my ability to unite the Technomancers and the militia, Abundance would have won. And that made me afraid. Can you truly blame me for this?
Absolutely.
You risked letting Aurora fall to pieces to save yourself. You ruined everything for that. What would happen if news of your condition got out? If everyone found out you're a mutant? Yes, you disgust me. But not for the reasons you think. You're going to die, Wisdom. But no one will know of your secret. For Aurora. Goodbye.
Uh-oh. I thought there would actually be a boss fight. You think one nail is going to stop me?
Roy. I'm sorry. I didn't think he would dare admit to why he did what he did. I don't have a choice now, if I want to keep this a secret.
Why would you want to keep it a
Before
secret?
you go and do something stupid, I suggest you think twice. I've been keeping a diary, a habit I picked up from a young man who sees more clearly than people think.
What people?
I gave the diary to people who won't hesitate for a second to make it public if anything happens to me or my friends. It'd be a shame if some of your secrets came to light. That won't happen if you let us go.
Secrets are we talking about
I
here?
guess the whole idea behind all of this was always to gain power. You just needed a good excuse.
This story has
But
completely
believe
fallen
me,
apart.
I'm not remotely interested in your political dealings. You killed your friend. Now let me go meet up with mine. That's all I'm asking for.
Why do you have 2 guns?
Go, Roy. Go quickly. Go far and never come back. I'll respect our agreement. Goodbye.
It's just... whatever. Can we be... epilogue. I get it, because it's war logs, otherwise it would be spelled wrong. I'm giving that the benefit of the doubt. Just go with it. So it's like the Mars war log. Yeah? The epilogue. Mars war logs. I lied in that cutscene. I actually had the diary with me all along.
In the name of my guild, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed.
What did I kill?
For the sake of a man obsessed with
Oh,
his
I killed
vision
one
of
guy
glory,
early in the game.
of honor and power. We managed to stop the Technomancers. They're now gathered in the Source, watched closely, made into a living weapon. I imagine our beloved general would have liked to shut me in there too, but through our agreement I have remained free, and I intend to stay that way. He would have liked to lock Mary up in there too, but she asked me to help, and I arranged for her to stay free.
She shouldn't be
She may be
free.
a bit crazy, but she definitely didn't deserve to end up as a suicide bomber.
Was it? Why would you...
Saw the threats as well. The general seemed to be suspicious of everyone who was too close to me. He's preparing to leave Shadowlair and go back to his life of wandering.
Okay.
I have to say that the general has started a cleansing campaign, and all the criminals and people a bit suspect are systematically arrested.
Fine.
He'll rebuild Aurora according to his vision. Oddly enough, I have the impression that our guild is going to start to resemble Abundance. More aggressive, a police state.
No one's
That should make
surprised.
Devotion happy. Stubborn and apparently faithful as she is, she continues to serve the general through clenched teeth. Poor girl. He'll definitely need her. One thing's for sure, Abundance is nowhere near ready to give up, and the Resistance, even though they're being hunted, is still growling in the city slums.
Like a bunch of angry
Aurora
kittens.
should be able to face anything with a man like that lady. As for me, because I have to leave the capital, I've decided to join Innocence. He'll probably be angry with me at first for betraying his ideals, but I'll give him his diary, and maybe if he reads it, he'll understand why I did what I did. And so ends my part to the War Log of Innocent Smith. I'll leave it up to him to decide if he's written the final chapter.
Are we gonna see you meet Innocence? Or was that whole thing just an extremely rushed... Okay, that was it. Okay, well, first off, we'll get it out of the way. I do not recommend this game as a purchase. There are some fun parts, but not enough fun parts to justify buying it. It's not well written. It's poorly acted. And it has a lot of issues with repetitiveness and just sort of general restrictiveness. Like, it's got ideas that it wants to explore, but it doesn't have the scope to explore them. This game wanted to be The Witcher or Mass Effect, but on a shoestring budget, and it didn't pull it off. They were going for like a big sci-fi epic, and at the end of the day, it just didn't work. So that's unfortunate. More ambition than budget, maybe more ambition than available talent. I don't know. The Silk engine, I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. It does the job. The controls, a little bit sticky sometimes, but I think that's more of a programming issue in terms of switching from one state to another, or getting caught up with what's going on versus your input. So, you know, it takes a while to get used to it. I think the combat is very good. It could be grafted onto a much better game and be extremely fun. You know, a game with more variation in the enemies that you fight, and more variation in the types of fight that you have. There were 2 types of fight in this game. You had the fight against regular enemies, and then you had the fight against a sandworm. Those were the only 2 types of fight in the game. Fight against regular types of enemies. They try to mix up the types of enemies that you're fighting, as you saw, so sometimes that works out and you get a kind of interesting fight or a challenging fight, but then you do the same one 10 more times and it just doesn't it doesn't have the kind of depth is the word we're looking for. It doesn't have the depth and the scope that we're looking for when we want a game with this type of ambition. Mars Warlogs, would not recommend that you buy it. I hear they're doing a new localization now. It's kind of too late for me at this point. I've already played through with this one. So things that are good, we'll do a quick pro-con list here. Things that were good about this game, I love the setting. I like that it's on post-apocalyptic Mars. You don't see that much. I can't name any games actually that take place there. So that was unique. Cool setting. It's a shame that everything looked the same. I think they could have, you know, changed things up a bit, but I understand budgetary issues. So I like the idea of the setting. And the warring guilds, like giant corporations fighting over who gets to distribute water. Had sort of a Tank Girl feel that I liked, because Tank Girl's awesome. So that was cool. Combat system, solid. Needs more variety, I think. So I like that. And it has a lot of heart. I have great respect for the developers here who put themselves on the line and poured a lot of themselves into this project. You can see the passion in it, the love they had for this project, and that is something that you can genuinely feel throughout the game. It's just unfortunately what gets in the way of it, and we're on the bad side here, what gets in the way of it was the low budget. It didn't meet up with the type of game they wanted to make, so you ended up with a really big disconnect. You know, it's like somebody has put the body of a Lexus powered by the engine of a 1960s Volkswagen Beetle, or even a Citroën de Chevaux in this case. So that, you know, the reach exceeded its grasp. So I would not recommend it in that way. Just overall, some good ideas, a lot of flawed execution. But thank you to the developers here, Spiders, for making this game. I enjoyed some parts of it, and now I'm done. So until the next time, all the best.